Hello, Unstoppable Teachers. Today, I'd like to talk about placement test. Teachers usually ask me about placement test, and this is one of the things I will talk about in my course about the Inspire method. So the student comes to us, we do an online test. I usually use the Cambridge online test to test the student's level. So I have an idea if it's A1, A2, or B1, but it's too general, right? Then we do an oral test. And according to the oral test, I decide to put them in a certain module of my course, Inspire English. That's why I think it's really important to have your course organized in modules so that you know exactly what is expected from the student in each module, what they can learn, and you have the lessons prepared, you have your courses prepared so that you don't keep reinventing the wheel and you just make some adaptations. This I teach you in my course that will be launched soon, the Inspire method. So let me show you an example. Here we have the lesson of a new student. Her name is Fernanda. Fernanda studied at Cultura Inglesa for some years, but she hasn't been studying English for some time. So we did a test, and according to everything taught in my modules, in my courses, I decided to put her in module 6. Module 6 is about the middle of the book, English File Pre-Intermediate. It's a preparation for A2 Key, the first international exam by Cambridge, right? So we had one lesson last week and then the second lesson today. So we started here talking about her weekend first. And we started talking about different tenses using this word wall. So ActivInspire is amazing, guys, because you put here the link and then you just click and you go there. You don't have to close a window, open another one. So you see, it's a speaking revision. It's about everything they learned before this unit. So she talks about her favorite and she compare places she knows. Okay. Right. And here are things that come up during the speaking activity, you know, pronunciation of anxious, anxiety, things. And then the last thing I ask is, tell us about the last dream you had. Why? Because it's a link for the next activity. I think it's important always to link one thing to the other, right? That's something I learned in Celta. In fact, it had another name. It was Coty a long time ago, similar to it. The Coty was like in the middle of Celta and Delta, so you had Coty. And then we start talk. Oh, there is a.
At first glance, dreams might be just fictional scenarios our minds make up when we're.
So that's a video I have here just to introduce the topic. And then speaking, a lot of speaking. Yes. Okay, then you have a listening here. I asked her to write the numbers and decide which pictures are mentioned first. So you have to listen.
6.14.
These are words that appear. So it's like teaching face to face, right? Amazing. For me, ActivInspire is the best tool to be used together with Zoom. Here, I asked her to put the numbers on her notebook. She would read the dialogue and decide on the verbs in the correct form she should put here. So I'm paying attention to what she remembers. Then I correct. You have the answers here. Okay, I teach you how to do that, customizing your favorite material. I usually refer them to the script. In this case, it's not necessary because the dialogue is there. And then you have here an activity done by her. You have all the sentences here, sentences from the listening. and she has to put it in the correct place. Oh, you're going to meet a lot of people. It's about present, past, future. Oh, future. And she drags another way. I was drinking champagne. That's past, because it's a revision of the tenses. Then we have here different tenses, how it works, the use. Then we do some exercise. I give her the mouse and she decides on which option she should, And then I can see here. Here she has to, I can assign it for homework or I can ask her to do it now. Then I can correct. And then I'm gonna have an idea if she knows how to use do, does, if she knows how to use, did to talk about the past, present perfect, have you ever dreamed, right? Here is another speaking activity using all the tenses. I study present simple, present continuous, right? Okay, it's here. And then the homework. So she's gonna do the homework. And then next class, I will correct it with her practicing pronunciation. So you can see that the lesson is really interactive. Students interact, I give them the mouse. And guys, the next student I have that I place in the same level, the lesson is already prepared. So I have zero trouble to prepare it. I'm going to customize it. I'm going to personalize it. I like to personalize with picture, so that the person always has the impression that the lesson has been prepared especially for her. I usually include songs that they like or something they mentioned before, so I personalize it. Or maybe I use ChatGPT to create questions related to the person's reality. In this case, Fernanda is a doctor. She's a geneticist. So in the next lessons, this topic will appear in the middle of the lesson. So that's the way, in my opinion, we should personalize lessons, not reinventing the wheel all the time and to be working all the time. So it's organized, the lessons are stored, and they can be used again and again. So ActivInspire Mastery is one of the pillars of my method, the Inspire method. And I can tell you that it's much better than PDFs and PowerPoints, Google presentation, Jamboard, or even iTools, because the level of interaction is much higher. So change your lessons, change your world, learn the Inspire method. Coming soon.